Okay, in this video, we're going to show you how to do HTML coding in the social sidebar. Go to social sidebar. In your drop-down menu here, you want to put your own code. You see it requires admin approval. Click on put your own code. It opens up another box here. This is where you place HTML coding. Now, what is HTML coding? Well, it's the coding that displays all the content on a website. Now, the types of coding you can put on the social sidebar over here, and I'll give you an example. I have Vancouver weather here, the link to the Vancouver weather website, and I had to add that by using HTML coding. So, if you don't know anything about HTML coding, I'm going to show you a real quick and easy way that you can create HTML coding. What you want to do is you want to come up here on the drop down menu at the bars, and you want to find an open one that is not being used. You want to click the edit pencil. Now if it comes up and it says, as you can see, this is a blank form and it says use the built-in page, you want to uncheck that and click save changes. And now if you go back to that particular one, if you click that pencil edit again, you'll see it's a WYSIWYG type of an editor, like Word. WYSIWYG means what you see is what you get. In other words, what you type in this here is what's going to be displayed. So, alright, so let's say you wanted to add a link to Google on your website. How do you go about doing that? Okay, the first thing we want to do is we're going to open up another tab and go to Google. Now we're going to highlight the address, the URL, right click, copy, and this is all we want. We're going to go back to here. Now, you could right click here and paste, and all that would do is just put the code or the link here. That would not work. You have to embed HTML around it. So how do you do that? Okay, let's get rid of that for a minute. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to put the word Google search on the sidebar. So I'm going to center. This is the center. I'm going to come down one space. Now as I'm doing that, it is actually creating HTML coding in background. I'll show you what I mean. So I came to the center, I came down one, and now I'm just going to type Google search. Okay, now that link that I was getting, now I need to make this into a link. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight what I want to link, and over here is a insert link button. I'm going to click on it. It opens up another window, and now I'm going to paste the URL that I copied. The text is already there, and the target, let me explain that real quick to you. If you click self, that means when you click on the link, Google will open up in the same browser window. I like to, whenever I do an external link, I like to use blank. What that means is when someone clicks on that particular link, it will open up a brand new browsing window and go to Google there. That way when they close that window, yours will still be active. So I'm going to insert link. Now you think, okay, I can take this and copy it and insert it. Well, this is still not HTML coding. How do I get the HTML coding? Well, if you look down here, you have a view source button, and if you check that, it will actually show you the coding that is behind the scenes. Now remember, I initially did a center. I centered. Then I did I hit enter. This is actually a break. What that means is it's an enter. So I spaced down one. Then I put, and here is the actual URL to where I want it to go. I'm telling it to open up blank in a new page. And then there's the Google search word that's actually going to be displayed in all of this. None of the coding will be displayed. So I want to highlight all of this, right click and copy. That's all I need from here. I can just cancel out of this. I can go back to my social sidebar. And now I can come down here and put your own code, right click and paste that particular thing. And click on create. Now what that did, down here, you notice it says Google search. I can click on it, make sure it works. And it does. It opens up Google in a new search window. I'm going to go ahead and close it. It still needs approval. Like any other homemade video or whatever you want to put out here, all HTML coding needs approval by admin. So when you go through the process, you click on approve it. You'll see this message up here. You want it to go live. Admin requires approval. Click here to send an email. So you want to do that. And I can just click and return. Now it's still waiting for admin to sign in and approve this particular link. And that's how you add a simple HTML coding to the social sidebar. I want to point out, however, something real quick. The social sidebar is yay wide. This wording that you use to create any links and what have you can only be as wide as the social sidebar. So if this said Google search in Vancouver, Washington, what it would do, it would stretch the sidebar out past the page. So you only want to make the wording long enough to fit in the sidebar. Hope that makes sense. That's it for this video.